Hello, amazing people. Eric Were here. Welcome to lecture 8 of the LifeVersity Forex trading course. And as always, I'm very excited to have you on board. If you had not checked out the introductory video and lecture 1 all the way to lecture 7, kindly check out the links in the description and ensure you watch all those videos in order for you to update yourself on what really the LifeVersity Forex trading course is all about. You cannot begin at lecture 8 and understand everything I'm going to teach you in this lecture. You need the first lectures, the introductory video, most importantly, and then you need lecture 1 all the way to lecture 7. In lecture 8, we are going to look at the moving averages. We shall look at how to sketch the moving average lines as a technical trading tool for both mobile and laptop users in order for you to be able to learn how to use moving averages to place your trades in the foreign currency market. So before we get deep into the lecture, let's just go through the LifeVersity Forex trading timetable with you so that we can have a glimpse of what to expect in this lecture. According to our LifeVersity Forex trading timetable, in week number 2, we start with the lecture number 8, and as you can see, we will tackle moving averages. Part 2, how to draw moving averages, whether you are using your desktop, your laptop, or your smartphone. And then thirdly, how to trade using moving averages. And without consuming much of your time and my time, let's just go straight away to the lecture. The moving average is the first technical trading tool that every forex trader should include in their trading arsenal. A simple moving average takes the closing price level of a variable number of periods and calculates the average over that period. If a trader wanted to calculate the simple moving average, for instance, for a 10-day period manually, they will have to take the cumulative sum of the closing values for the next 10 days. Thereafter, they will have to take the total and divide it by 10 days used for the cumulative sum or moving average period. In our example below, taking the cumulative totals of 12.3 23 and dividing by 10 days equals to the 10-day moving average. So basically, you don't need to take anything out of all these theoretical work. All you need to know is that a moving average is simply the average of the closing price taken over a period of days. For example, the 10-day moving average, you simply add the closing prices in the market for the last 10 days. For instance, as you can see in the table here, like on day 1, the closing price was 1.2220. So the cumulative total you add downwards for the second day, third day, fourth day, up to the 10th day. So what you do in the cumulative total column, you take the closing price for the first day, you add to the one for the second day to get the cumulative total for the second day, and then you take the closing price for the second day, add for the third day, you get the cumulative total for the third day all the way up to the 10th day, and then you take that cumulative total, you divide by 10. That is the 10-day moving average. You don't need to do all these calculations with a great tool like the MetaTrader 4 and 5, because the moving average has been automated into the system. So you will just go through the PDF for reference purposes in order for you to know the origin of the moving average. And there are basically two types of moving averages. We have the simple moving averages and the exponential moving averages. And as you can see, we shall be able to define the difference in these two types of moving averages as we proceed into the lecture. All I want to do now is to take you over to our MetaTrader 4 and 5 in order for us to see how to plot a moving average. So I'll simply go ahead and teach you how to plot a moving average on your mobile version of the MetaTrader 4 and 5, and we'll simply go into the wheel, tap into the chart, and then go to the F. As you can see, the F, from the 1 minute, as you can see in the wheel, we have 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. So we tap on the F next to 1 month, and then you'll be able to see trend. These are indicators. Under indicators, trend indicators, we simply go to moving average, and then in moving average period, as you can see here, we have the 10-hour moving average already set, and its color is red. The pixelation is 2. So we simply adjust to 100-hour moving average. I usually love the 100-hour moving average because it gives you a good picture of what to do, whether to buy or to sell. And as you can see, method, you can be able to choose the different types of moving averages. As I had told you earlier, we have two, but it's not two, we have now four. We have simple moving average, the exponential moving average, the smoothed, and the linear weight moving average. Before we used only to have two, but now we have four of them. So I usually like using the simple moving average, and then the styles, the pixelation, that is the thickness of the line. I usually like settling for 3, and I simply tap on done. And as you can see, this red line below here, let me put in try put in landscape format. In landscape, you can see the line is now appearing clearly. That is in landscape format, and you can be able to customize the line to whichever color you want. All you have to do is to just tap into the line. As you can see, apart from the wheel, if I'm using the landscape, I have all my tools on the sides. I have the time frames on the left side, and then on the right side I can simply go to F and then tap on the moving average. These are trend indicators, or a plus F here, and then I can be able to choose. I usually like using moving averages. All these other trend indicators are good, like the average directional movement, the Bollinger Bands, envelopes, Ichimoku, whatever you want to choose, but I usually prefer the moving average. And then from the moving average page, I can be able to customize the period. Let's just plot the 200-hour moving average, and we will simply follow the same trend. As you can see, let me just go back to the first page, the chart page, and from the chart page we simply tap into the chart page. In our landscape format, the wheel or the details will pop up at the corners, the time frame on the left, and then on the right we have all these tools. We tap on to the F, we tap on to the F plus, we go all the way to moving average. As you can see, I set 100-hour to red. I can now set the 200-hour. Simply tap into the period box and put 200-hour. Next, on the next page, I can simply go to simple, and then the pixelation, I can change the color so that I have green as my 200-hour moving averages. Tap done, and as you can see, the green line is now my 200-hour moving average. If we go all the way to the desktop version or the laptop version, the moving average is as simple as 1, 2, 3. All we have to do is to go to insert indicators, and then we go to trend indicators. From trend indicators, we roll all the way down to moving average, and as you can see, the 100-hour moving average is set to yellow. I can set the 200-hour moving average in period. I simply tap on 200, and then the color I can I can set it to, maybe let's just settle with yellow. The pixelation, I usually like putting it to 3, so that's a little bit thicker, but let's put at 2, and then tap on OK. As you can see, the yellow line over here, that is our 200-hour moving average, and that is what we have. The charts I'm showing you are different. I'm using the USD card on the desktop, so let me just go over and change to the Euro USD like in the mobile version, and here we are, so that we are on the same chart. You can see these lines. The blue line here is the 200-hour moving average, and as you can see in my mobile version, it is the green line. That is my 200-hour moving average. The charts are almost the same. There is just the same thing, because price action is constant whether you are trading as a banker or as an individual. So let's head over to the lecture and see how to trade using the moving averages. You will see in the notes part 3 the exponential moving average, the difference between the simple moving average and the exponential moving average. That's for you to revisit in the notes. The most important thing for me to give you is how to chart is how to plot the moving averages in your charts in order for you to trade using them. That is the most important thing. The origin and the differences between is not really much important than knowing how to plot and how to trade and make profit using the moving averages. And the psychology behind trading the moving average is simple. Just the trend lines and the Fibonacci, as we shall see in the upcoming lectures, you simply buy when the price is above the moving average, whichever moving average, whether 10-hour, whether 100-hour, whether 200-hour. You buy when the price is above and you sell when the price is below. That is everything I can tell you about moving averages. There are two things you need to know: how to plot, and that is very important, and I've taken you through. If you have not done so, please repeat the video. There is no offense. You must know how to plot it, not only in the mobile version, but also you must know how to plot it in the desktop version in order for you to be at par. I'll just do a recap of how to do it. In the mobile version, you simply go to the charts page. Let me just go back to my portrait pattern. As you can see in the mobile version, that is my portrait. So in the portrait, you can go to the quotes page, as you can see, and then this is MetaTrader. This is MetaTrader 5. So to plot a moving average, you simply go to the charts page. As you can see down here below, we have the quotes page, and then we have the charts, and then we have the trades and all that, and then we have the history and much more. So you go to charts, the second option. On the charts page, you tap into the pattern or the chart, and you can be able to see the wheel, the blue wheel. This is in portrait. You take the F. As you can see up here, we have the time periods: 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, all the way to 1 month. So the F next to 1 month, you tap on it, and then you can be able to you use the F plus on the right to go to indicators, and then under trend indicators, we select moving average, and then you can adjust the period 10-hour, 50-hour moving average to 50, and then you go all the way to method. You have different types: simple, exponential, smoothed, and linear weight. I usually like using simple. You can go with me or you can change. It all depends on you. And then you can go to the blue line, and then you can choose the blue line, whichever color you want. The pixelation doesn't really matter as long as you know whichever type of line you're trading with. So that is my 50-hour moving average. I tap on done, and as you can see, this is the light green line. That is my 50-hour moving average. You can adjust your screen to landscape, and you'll be able to see a pronounced view of this chart all the way to the desktop version. As you can see, I told you, you simply go to the chart. Inside the chart, you right click and then go all the way to properties. You can adjust colors and do that whatever you want. Tap on OK. In order for you to plot the moving average, you go to insert on the menu bar. As you can see, insert, the third option, you tap on it, go to indicators, all the way trend indicators, and then you'll go to moving average. It will open a page. The 200-hour moving average, we can even go to 300-hour moving average. You go choose the method. It can be simple, exponential, smoothed, linear weighted, and much more. I like going with simple. These apply to, if you choose close, the moving average will apply to the closing price. If you choose open, it will apply to the opening price. If you choose high, it will apply to the highest price, and if you choose low, it will apply to the lowest price. We have median price, typical price, weighted close, previous indicator data, and much more. We usually like putting it to the closing price so that you can see the average of the closing prices over a given period of time. If it's a 10-day moving average, then it's simply the average of the closing prices for the last 10 days. And then you can choose the line type here. I usually like putting the third, so that's a little bit thick for transparency purposes. I tap on OK. And then as you can see, the yellow line now represents my 300-hour moving average. And last but not least, how to trade. When the price is above the moving average line, you buy. When the price is below the moving average line, you sell. As you can see in this example, the price was going up here, over here. Let me just use this visualization tool to track, or can use this horizontal line. As you can see here, the price crossed the moving average line at this point, 1.17812, and then after crossing the 300-hour moving average and the 200-hour moving average, it kept going up. It tried to go a little bit below the 200-hour moving average, then on breaking that line, it kept going high. So if you bought immediately above the 200-hour moving average, you'll definitely make profit all the way to this price level here, that is all the way to 1.18614. In the mobile version, as you can see, when the price crossed the moving hour, let me just use this charting tool. As the price crossed the moving hour, the simple moving average at this point, that is 1.7502, it kept going up and broke the second moving average line, a simple moving average line, then the third, and it kept going up. When it broke at this point, when the price went below the moving average line, it was time to sell, and it kept dropping. So it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. When the price is above the moving average line, you are able to buy and make profit. When it's below the moving average line, you sell and you are able to make profit. That's it for this video, guys. See you again in the next video, where I will be tackling another amazing topic. I really hope you enjoyed this lecture and you learned a lot. In lecture 9, we shall look at our second technical analysis tool, and that is the trend lines, where we shall look at the introduction to trend lines and much more. And then lastly, in lecture 10, to finish off the technical trading tools, we shall go to the Fibonacci retracements. Ensure you check out lecture number 9 tomorrow. Check your email in order for you to learn how to trade using trend lines. See you again, guys, in the next video. Ensure you check out the notes in the PDF. It has a lot to top up on what I've explained to you in this video. Until next time, may God bless you guys. Stay safe and see you in lecture number 9 tomorrow. Shalom.